everybody, it is Romania Black, and we are on episode 30 of Word of Honor. I honestly, when I started this series, I was like, 37 episodes. I thought it would take forever to get here, and now that we've crossed into the 30 threshold, it feels like there's not that much time left. There's basically 2 months before we get into the novel, so that is crazy to me. But yeah, so, okay. Anyway, I've got some comments to talk about with episode 27. Really appreciated Night Owl over on Patreon had a great comment for episode 28. And we're diving into episode 30. And last episode, our fantasy vampires, the Lord Seventh and the Great Shaman have showed up with Xiang and WeiNing. Zhou Zishu has been kidnapped and taken to Prince Jin. Han Ying is dead. And Gu Zhang and WeiNing are kind of dealing with some revelations that have happened. And they're stuck in a cave with a bunch of drug men, but they might be breaking out soon to fight said drug men. And meanwhile, in the midst of all this, the Scorpion King and Zhao Jing did not really make an appearance last episode, but things are kind of on the rocks with them. So everything is starting to converge. Everything is all starting to come together, and it's pretty exciting. So what is interesting to me at this point is knowing that I don't know how much of the novel, how long the novel is. I do know because the moderators have kind of mapped it out for me, but I haven't really looked yet because it's not time for that yet. But I'm going to be curious because The Untamed was like 45 episodes or 50 episodes. It was significantly longer than I think Faraway Wanderers is, but still 50 episodes. And we have 37, so we shall see. We shall see. But yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we get. But anyway, let's dive into these comments. Hobbity66 said, I'm impressed you noticed Zhou Zishu looking at WeiNing's mouth in the dream or flashback scene. It took me multiple viewings to notice he started to do that. I can just imagine the justification to the censors. He's losing his hearing. He has to look at people's lips now. Whereas in reality, it makes him look like he is subliminally demanding a kiss. Okay, when I replied to your comment, Hobbity, I think I read it wrong because I assumed that it was assuming that he's losing his hearing because he is. So it's added this whole other layer to it of now in real life, if we see him watching lips, it's like, is he losing his hearing? Like if we see him watching Ye Bai Yi, but he's not had that expression with Ye Bai Yi or anybody else. So yeah, it's very possible he's just wanting to kiss WeiNing, but they're going to justify it as he's losing his hearing. The censors in their vacation to the Bahamas have found ways to make things go through this series that I didn't think were possible, and I'm so excited about. So, you know, what can we do? Then Kristen F. Vids said, Gong Jun gets a lot of attention for his performance in the series, and rightfully so, as he shifts from the flirtatious philanthropist Wen to the terrifying lunatic Wen. But I think that Zhang Zhehan's acting range gets overlooked. I don't know. I will say, a lot of y'all are big Zhou Zishu fans, and I think y'all don't overlook him, but I may have overlooked him up until these last few episodes. But anyway, from the opening episode where he's coldly killing but racked with guilt, cutting the nail marks on his chest to make them look fresh. God, I forgot about that. Forgot about that moment till you mentioned it. That feels like ages ago because it was half a year ago. To his charade as the goofy drunk beggar, his aloof skepticism to WeiNing's flirting, slowly leaning to his cautious joy at finding a kindred spirit. He is playful and teasing in many episodes, but a stern master when he takes on Xiangling's training. And he can sing. I believe it's his voice you hear in the background song of the forest scene of this episode. But the two leads sing the closing song, and you can definitely tell which of them is a trained vocalist. No shame to Gong Jun, who has a delightfully husky singing voice. You have me a delightfully husky singing voice, so I'm going to be very excited to listen to the end song, knowing the two of them sing it together. That's going to be a fun time. I can't wait for that. Yeah, raw. I think I listened to it at the very beginning of this, but it's been so long that we'll get back to it when we get to the point where I can watch the OP and the ED, which is coming up soon. Before we know it. But yeah, I definitely have always been a Gong Jun stan this entire series. I've loved his acting since day one. I have really come to love the acting between the Scorpion King's actor as well as Zhao Jing's actor because they're just so freaking good. But yeah, his name, Zhang Zhehan, is amazing. And in these last few episodes, the range, the flirty smile, the way that he had a lot of range in episode 29. So I just, he's really good. And I'm glad y'all are finally at the point where I can see it as much as you all have been seeing it the entire time. So that's fun. And then Pines 841 for episode 27 says about the cloak that Xiang is wearing. I read somewhere that it's like when ancient Chinese soldiers or commanders go into battle, they wear a cloak so if they die in a battlefield, the cloak could be used to cover their body. So when Xiang wearing the cloak, leaving the manor to wait for Ye Bai, hinted that he knows Ye Bai is coming to get him and there's a chance he won't make it out alive. So he's ready to fight and die there. Oh, that's great. I love that. That's a great kind of observation and connection to that trope. So nice. Zhou Zishu, I guess that's what they call the actor, pinching Xiang's, or Zhou Zishu, oh my god, pinching Xiang's arm is not in the script. That was Zhang Zhehan's improv, but Gongjun didn't know and continued to act because he thought it was in the script. I love that. Honestly, I bet that Zhang gets away with a lot because he seems like such a serious professional actor that I'm sure if he did it in the script, when Xiang Gongjun would be like, okay, yeah, let's go with it. That must have been in the script. Love that. Love that so much. So yeah, I have been super excited about this series and about everything. I'm really excited to dive into episode 30. So it's going to be a fun time. I do want to quickly give a shout out because we have a new person in our philanthropy tier over on Patreon. I want to give a shout out to the philanthropy tier over on Patreon for supporting my channel, for supporting the reactions. If you can't afford Patreon, understandable. Just be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, things that help the algorithm. Y'all know how that goes. But those of you that can support on Patreon, I super appreciate it. I'm so grateful for it. And I want to give a shout out to the philanthropy tier because they donate a little extra each month to get recognized in the videos. So thank you to Alex Cornejo, to Be Happy, to Bisa, to Dana, to Damage3245, as well as to Danger Zone, I have to say it that way, Devorin, Destiny Marie, as well as Daniel, Eric, Ichu, Alyssa, our new member, as well as Fisho, Ghostly Turnip, El Freya, Lyndon, Liam Posel, Mochi Kun, Murphy, Willie Morris, Shimoyama, Sunspots, and Translucent Men. Thank you all so much for your support and kindness. I greatly appreciate it. All of my love. So, my voice has been a little scratchy the last few days. I think I've just been talking a lot. I've been at work. It's been the week before school starts back up, and I've had to talk to a lot of students on top of recording a lot for the channel, and y'all know how much I like to talk in my reactions and discussions, so I think my voice is just like, girl. So on the weekends, I've kind of limited myself to doing only so many recordings. This is my last for today, so, you know, I've got hot tea with honey, so we've at least got that going on. But anyway, I hope you all are excited for the reactions. I super am. I've got this all hooked up. So we're going to start at 1 minute and 48 seconds. The whole video this week is about 44 minutes long, so should be a fun time. And we're going to start episode 30 of Word of Honor. And we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1. And I'll see you all on the other side. Woo! Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, hi, Scorpion King. Oh, he's just out there with them. Oh, we're setting this all up. Oh, buddy. Oh, and there is the alluring ghost, too. I like that even his lackeys have similar hair. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm also digging the contrasting colors. Huh. So the drug men and all that, but now what? He's like, don't talk to me right now. I'm dealing with angst. Oh. God, his eyeliner's so good. I hate it. He's like, did I not tell you to be quiet, my lady? Her outfit, like, is giving me 90s vibes in the best way possible. I don't know how to explain it. He's like, girl, I did not get my eyeliner and my eyebrows on point for no reason. Let them come. It feels very much like the Beast of Beauty and the Beast. Just let them come. Oh, that's a good shot. Nice. Oof. Zhao WeiNing, sweetheart. Innocent golden retriever. I need you two to talk. I just need you two to communicate. Speak to one another. Mano y mano. No sweet words. Ugh. Yeah, y'all need to talk. Oh. They just know how to say it. Ooh, that's a way to phrase it. I like that it says who, because a lot of them have referred to the ghost as what. So. Because he's your husband and what? There we go. Thank you. Yes. Oh. Yes, clearly. There we go. I like that he still considers it. Well, he still is. Yeah, about that. She's like, he is. He is. Oh, my friend, you are so on it. That's a way to phrase it. Technically? Oh. But what if it wasn't? Oh, I like the camera tilt. It feels very much like the Ghost Valley. Yeah, the Ghost Valley tilt. Oh. Oh. The way she says little lonely ghost, like, how could you not feel for her? Oh. Oh. Oh, and now he's remembering that. And yeah, that conversation happened, and I wondered if that was like the first time he was like, Oh, that deep voice, my sir. Oh. Oh. But you didn't do that. Oh. Because that's kind of like what she told him, but. Oh. Oh. Deep voice Zhao WeiNing is like another level. Oh. Oh, my dude. I don't think that that's what's the situation. Yeah. Oh. 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 Oh my God, it's melodrama. Ah! Oh. 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 Come here, sit down. I got a long story. It's gonna take a while. Well, he was a good person. She's like, hold on. Like, let me go back. God. Yeah, start from the beginning. Oh. Shut up. Shut up. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, okay. Shit. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Uh-huh. And that all makes sense now. Oh, wow. And now we're going back to this. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. And that scene from episode 1. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And we're back to episode 1. This is crazy to go back to this. Oh my God, the red eyeliner. I live. Yes. Yes. Well, oh. Hmm. I love she's like explaining the plot. She's like, look, here's the thing. And I'm sure meeting Zhou Zishu didn't help with that. Damn, he looks good in red. Oh, and we're back here. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, hey, you two. These are other gay cultivators. The Great Seventh, that's why he is. Yes, they are indeed friends. Do you? But why? Keshi's like, why all these people owe their lives to Zhou Zishu? Oh, days. Oh, shit. Oh, what we gonna do? Well, meanwhile, we'll find out exactly what happened to him. Funny you should ask. Hey, do not touch his bindi sword. That sword is flexible. You need to leave it alone. Put it down. Don't bend his sword. Feels like a sexual innuendo. Not straight, huh? I feel like it's definitely a metaphor. I mean, at least it's not suffering the fate. Oh! Oh! Oh, hi! Putting his hair up, huh? Man, they made him put his hair up. But why? Huh. I don't... It feels like Zhou Zishu is a princess getting dolled up for the prince. It just feels like that storyline. It feels like that trope. What? Also, again, going back to episode 1, him in the same, like, robes and everything, going the same path back. We're just bringing it all full circle. How crazy, y'all. How crazy. Again, him touching Zhou Zishu's sword feels like a sexual innuendo. I don't know what to do with it. He's like, could you put my sword down, please? Are we going to get in the climax of this, Zhou Zishu looking as he used to, and then when catching with the red robes and the red eyeliner, I need us to come full circle. Also, this feels like Jafar and Princess Jasmine, like this, a rare desert bloom as yourself. God, he looks good. Jaehan looks really good. Ugh, this is creepy. Why are these old men be creepy? I think I'll stay right here and you can talk to me. Can he not hear him because his hearing's going? Oh my god. No, I don't think it's an attitude. I literally don't think he can hear you. He's like, you kind of burned my home down. Ooh, bitch. Okay. I don't know how that's framed. I don't like how that's phrased. Have you? I wouldn't drink anything you offered me. That sounds bad. Oof. Oh shit, you got some ancient wine. You dug up that from the reserves. Damn. We got some vintage over here. That makes me feel a little bit better about it, though. He's like, oh yeah, the wine. I can't taste that shit anymore anyway. Kept surprisingly good texture after all these years. I was expecting it to come out like sludge. He's like, I don't want to drink with you. Also, I can't taste that shit. Has it been 10 years? Ooh, bitch. Oh, was poisoned by you. Okay, and Zhou Zishu saved his life. Okay. Funny that. Was there 5 of them? 5 Lakes Alliance? Interesting. We had the band together. We're just a damn Swiss Family Robinson back then. Seems it has Zhao Jing vibes to it. I'm just saying. There's shades of Zhao Jing to his character. There's definitely shades of Zhao Jing to his character. He's like, I like another guy that wears red. Sorry. Nope. Well, you burning down my house is not really starting over, so no. Moral purity, indeed. Oh. Can you not taste it? There's them damn Moonlong nuts. Oh, bitch, we ain't close. Dude, I mean, everybody's got a hard on for Zhou Zishu. I love them sitting on either side of each other. Yeah, but are they intact as much as you think they are? Oh, no, yeah, no, you don't get it. Mm. Oof. Uh, so has he not done the last nail? Is it still happening? Mm. I mean, I think you're making this all about you. It's not all about you, Jin. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, he's like, this isn't about you. Oh. Well, questioning it. Oh, don't you talk about him, bitch. You go say they're all accidents? What? Oh. Yes, very much. Yeah, shades of Zhao Jing, y'all. Don't remind him. Yeah, and he had to come to terms with how that went astray. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's like, we're no, no. You shouldn't. You ought not have said that. Oh, him, third wheel. Oh, you don't even care. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. That is not the word you should say to get Zhou Zishu to be on your side. Yes. Damn. Yeah. So he was like 12, 10 years ago. Oh. I'm 26, bitch. I'm a vibrant, healthy, sexually active man, you see. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, you're one of those people. Oh, bitch. Not the Wulong Nuts! Not the Wulong Nuts! That was $10 million in product placement down the drain. He can't even taste it at this point, so who gives a shit? Oh. Oh. He's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, sweetheart. Oh my god. Where's with this toxic authority figures? Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. Are you qualified? You're not worthy! You're not worthy! Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Cut his top knot off. Cut his top knot off. Cut that crown off his head. Well, don't do that to Wing Keshing. Oh my god. He's like, no. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. 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 Yeah, no, no. Oh, shit. Are you going to slit his throat or not? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, really? You're going to go that route? You're going to go that route? Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. Well, Hot Pot was around in the flashbacks. What was the character that was taken out from the sign? Don't be comparing him to Malicious. Oh, bitch! Oh, bitch! Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh! Oh, shit! What are we gonna do? I wanted him to get away! Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What did he do? Why does he look so hot when he's captured? Damn it! It was the most tense standoff. Are we all up to speed? Are we all up to speed? I like they looked at each other there in the background. Bitch, I've killed people. No. Yeah. Mm. Oh. Uh. What? Oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh. Oh wow. We're gonna lure them out. I love he has a traveling throne. Love it. Okay, yeah, he was the guy that was meditating. Huh? Oh, did he not notice them around? Oh, bitch, he's here. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Oh, bitch! Oh, he looks pissed! Oh, shit! In front of my men? Oh my god. And Alluring Ghost knows who this whole thing. Wow. Okay. Holy cow. They're gonna blame it on the Ghost Valley, but or they're blaming it on him. Oh my god. She's like, let's not bring it up. Oh, because Dupusa will recognize her, won't she? Wow. Woo! Wow. Jin and Zhao in this moment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ooh, bitch. This is not how I thought this was going down. Seems a bit. Woo! Hey, what's going on? Get over here. Let's make out in this corner. Come on. It's not a good look. Not a good look. Not a good look. He's like, I've been meditating for a while. You gonna lie through your teeth? Ooh, will you now? Oh. Oh, you are talking out your ass, sir. What? What? Oh, bitch. She's like, you're gonna kill him. He's like, that's not how this works. No. He's like, you don't get the glazed armor. No. Nope, none for you. Uh-huh. Oh, bitch. If you want the glazed armor, you're gonna kill the Scorpion King. Oh my god! Ooh, oh my God. I don't think that's gonna happen. But okay. Wow, we have come full circle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no, sweetheart. How's it going? How are we going to heal that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. But you're killing me, so. Oh my God. Oh, I don't like seeing him pierced by these things. I don't like it at all. No. I don't like seeing him pierced by these at all. No. Oh my God. If Wing Keqing sees him like this, he's gonna murder all of you. He's like, yeah, I've been boning one of them. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Shaman, Lord Seventh, y'all better be able to heal this, because my heart can't take it. No, sweetheart. We are literally back to square one. Oh my God, no. No. Oh. Oh my God. Wow. So. Well, there were a lot of things that happened in this episode that I did not expect to happen. So, what about Zhou Zishu? The great shaman. Shaman man's got his work cut out for him, because not only does Zhou Zishu think he's gonna die, and I'm like, what is with these murder husbands who are soulmates but also have death wishes? Like Wing Keqing 2 episodes ago was like, well, I guess I'll just die by Yi's hand, and Zhou Zishu's like, don't you dare. And now Zhou Zishu's like, well, I guess I'll just die by Prince Jin's hand. And Wing Keqing did be like, what are you doing? So I'm really worried about Zhou Zishu. I am legitimately very worried about Zhou Zishu, because it's now not just the fact of the great shaman with curing the nail ailment, but it's the fact that he's been pierced like right above his lungs and heart with these two points, and it's right back to where the one man was, his uncle was at the very beginning. Like we've come full circle so much in this series. Like we have literally come full circle, and I'm like, I was kind of blown away by how much we came back to episode 1 in this episode. It just amazing. I put these little clusters on Whiteboard Coon. I'm not a big clusterer. I'm more of a lister. So this, I was like, I guess this is going to work. This is not usually my brainstorming style. But if you notice, everything's starting to come together. We're starting to tighten up. We're locking in to the final episodes of the series. And thank God that Gu Zhang and WeiNing came to terms this episode. That was probably the best thing to come out of this episode, was the two of them getting on the same page. I was like, thank God, no miscommunication. Meanwhile, all of the angst between these two scorned daddy figures whose precious proteges want nothing to do with them. And I'm like, oh my God. Nope. So let's talk about this episode. This episode was crazy. This episode had a lot going on. I do like that the Scorpion King at this point is just like, F it. The Scorpion King's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm kind of done. And is just realized that it's just not going to work out. So the alluring ghost is there. Tragicomic Ghost, I'm assuming, is back at the cave. Leave her out of this. She doesn't need to be anywhere near anybody in the state that she's in. I do think it's interesting that Chofeng and the Tragicomic Ghost are out of sight, out of mind right now, whereas we have the alluring ghost there to kind of be like a beacon, being like, I'm over here with the assassins if y'all need to come find me. I feel like that's interesting. Also, Dupusa is there, and I love her. She's a queen. I think the teal embroidery on the side of her robes gives me such a 90s vibe. It also kind of matches the alluring ghost, who has pops of purple and red in her outfit. The alluring ghost and Dupusa are both aesthetically pleasing together. They're not a ship for me, but if you ship them together, I could see it. I could see the vision. But I think that it's interesting that we've not seen the other female assassin in a while. Like, we have not seen her in forever. Like, I don't think we've seen her since the Heroes Conference. That's been a while. So she's somewhere out in the wings with the other assassins. Maybe she's at the Ghost Valley already. I don't know. And then I am fully convinced that Shin is over here with Zhao Lian. I am fully convinced that Shin is going to drop Zhao Lian off at that rendezvous point that he told Xiangling about. And I feel like Shin is going to become like a Deus Ex Machina somehow. He's been doing that throughout the series. He's slowly been coming in when he's needed to like save the day. I would honestly, as much as I kind of want Scorpion King to be the one to take Zhao Jing out, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think Scorpion King's going to be the one to kill Zhao Jing. I think so. I think that's going to be his revenge. It would actually be kind of interesting if Shin did it. If Shin was the one that came in and got Zhao Jing and was like, yoink. I think it would be kind of cool for Shin to do that, because it would be interesting if, he started out the series talking about how important the 5 brothers were from the Five Lakes Alliance, and how he, loved his brothers more than anything. But now it'd be interesting if he learned of Zhao Jing's betrayal and the fact that Zhao Jing killed Gao Chong, or killed Rongzhan and Gao Chong, essentially. It would be interesting if Shin was the one to take him out. It would be kind of cool. But I also see how it would be interesting to have the Scorpion King take him out. So, or what happens if Zhao Jing takes out the Scorpion King and then Shin takes out Zhao Jing? It could become Hamlet. We'll have to see. But I think there's a lot of things that could happen with that are interesting. Then we also have the Scorpion King, as well as the Alluring Ghost, and our malicious here together. And they're all very conveniently near Gu Zhang and WeiNing and the Gentle Wind sect, which they were, and then they got scared away. Whatever ended up happening. And then you have Zhao Jing showing up with the Mo guy who's been meditating. Did not see that coming at all. Did not see that coming. I figured the Scorpion King would be facing them in a battle. Instead, there was like a pork roast. We were having like a pseudo luau, and then everybody left. I was like, okay, that was weird. But we're going to talk about it when we get to it. And then Ye Bai is off somewhere. I figured by now Ye Bai and Zhao Jing would be talking, but that's not happened. Then we have, as well as the Changing Ghost, The hanging ghost and the ghoul, they're nowhere to be seen. So I'm assuming they're at the Ghost Valley probably. We saw the changing ghost lackey, his subordinate, was there with the Scorpion King, but the changing ghost and happy ghost were not. So they're somewhere else with the assassins, I'm assuming, or at the Ghost Valley. We'll find out, I suppose. And then we'll talk about Zhou Zishu and Prince Jin. My God, the shades of Zhao Jing and Prince Jin. And then meanwhile, we also have Changling, Wenkeshing, the Seventh Lord, who we find out was poisoned by Prince Jin, connecting that together. And then the Great Shaman, who is essentially the Seventh Lord's potential lover. We'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, I still think the Scorpion King, honestly, I thought the Scorpion King was going to give the Water of Oblivion to Zhao Jing, but the more we get into this, the more I think Tony Simi was right. I think I won't be surprised if the Scorpion King drinks it himself, and just to be rid of his love of Zhao Jing so he can kill him. I won't be surprised, but I don't know. The Water of Oblivion, they made a point in this episode to say that if you were strong-willed, you could overcome it. And Wenkeshing was the answer to that question. I feel like the Scorpion King is strong-willed, so I don't know if it'll work on him. But Zhao Jing is not I don't know if I'd describe him as strong-willed. He's cunning and manipulative and a worm, but I don't know about strong-willed. So, WeiNing. Mo Huayang is the one that's supposed to show up. He says, regardless of how foolish he is, he wouldn't have hidden the glazed armor here. Well, actually, you might be surprised. Or he didn't hide it there at all. He had it on his person. That whole scene with Zhao Jing, we're going to get to it. But yeah. So he sends Alluring Ghost away. And Dupusa's like, how long are we going to stay at this stalemate? I love how her eyebrows like tip red on the end. That's so cool. Girl, look. Dupusa has amazing makeup. She's great, but I feel like the Scorpion King does his own makeup, and I'm just thoroughly impressed. I'm jealous. I want that eyebrow game. I want the lack of wrinkles that he has, which that's not happening. I'm not getting Botox. So, yeah. But she's like, I love that Dupusa's like, should we just set fire to this place and just burn them out? And the Scorpion King's like, no, let's not. He's doing the very Mrs. Lovett plan, saying, like, what's the rush? They're going to come out eventually. We just have to wait them out. And you know what? It's not a bad idea to wait them out, because destroying the Gentle Wind sect and provoking them that way could have repercussions that the Scorpion King is not ready to face with Zhao Jing. But I feel like Dupusa's like, you're usually a man of action that want to get stuff done. Why are we waiting? And I love that he's just like slowly getting a migraine, and he's like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. The consequences will be unimaginable. What if he comes with reinforcements? And he's like, you know what? If that's so, then let them come. I love that shot where the sunlight is shining down on the two of them. It's great. What they didn't realize was that Zhao Jing was going to get brought in with Mo Huayang. So what can we do? I am so glad that we got some conversation between Guzhong and WeiNing. I am so glad that they sat down and that Guzhong was like, let me tell you about Wenkeshing. Let's figure this out. Let's settle this. Let's talk about it. I freaking love it. And because, WeiNing deserves to know the truth. And this whole... I know they had set WeiNing and Guzhong up to be a romantic couple from the get-go, but I honestly didn't think they were going to lean this far into the romance. I really didn't. I mean, censors, they're not going to let us have that with Zhao Jing and Wenkeshing right now, so they're like, we can only handle one romantic couple at a time. Let's focus on WeiNing and Guzhong. But I was really surprised I thought she was going to kiss him. Again, they did a kiss bait, and they faked us out, but the hug was worth it, right? And them doing all the hand-holding. And she's like, what if it's true? I love that as she's talking to him and the camera starts doing the Ghost Valley tilt that they did with the hanging ghost and the changing ghost earlier, or the happy ghost. I love it. She's like, what if I betrayed you? What if I was a little ghost that I met you and then She's like, what if I had deceived you? And she's like, what would you do? Would you have killed me? And honestly, because WeiNing had, listened to her back then in the flashback, because in the flashback, she said, even if it was only a 1% chance, I'd rather kill incorrectly than spare them. If I weren't like that, I wouldn't have lived till today. And now he understands where she's coming from. So I feel like he tries to get on her level to where she'll understand. But, damn, can we talk about WeiNing's voice dropping 5 octaves? Y'all know, if you know me on this channel, you should know that Romania is like vocal sexual. I'm like voice sexual. You have a hot voice, it's over. It's done. I'm like, just keep talking. And if you have a deep, husky voice, I'm like, yes, please. Keep on, keep going. And so the moment that WeiNing got serious and his voice dropped, I was like, hello, how we doing? So he said, if you were really a spy for the Ghost Valley and you were responsible for all of my friends and family being killed and you had deceived me and my sect on purpose and brought in allies to kill my sect brothers and destroy my mountain, then yeah, I would absolutely kill you. He's like, but I know that's not what happened. And I trust you. And I know that that's not the case. He's like, I know that he's like, I wouldn't take pity on you. And I feel like she respects that choice because he takes her hand. He's like, I know that I swore an oath. And if I had to kill you, like, he basically goes the Romeo and Juliet route. He's like, if I found out you deceived me and did this to my sect, yeah, I'd kill you. But then I'd kill myself so we'd be together in the afterlife. Being a damn romantic. Y'all. He's like, don't worry. I won't kill you and I won't live alone. Or if I kill you, I won't live alone. We'll walk the path to netherworlds together. And I feel like that is exactly what she wanted. She didn't want him to take pity on her, but she knew he was a man of conviction, but she also, like, WeiNing grew a spine in this moment, more so than he has before, and was just like, look, I trust you, and I know you didn't do this, but I love you, and if this is what has to happen in the next life, I will definitely grow up with you, and I won't let you learn bad things or suffer one bit. Like, it's so damn romantic, and her getting all choked up and emotional about it is so good. He's like, but I don't think you are. I know you're a wonderful girl. So tell me what's going on. And she's like, if I tell you, would you believe me? And he says, I trust you. And her like giving him the biggest hug and trusting him. Oh, my heart. And their eyes like just both welled up with tears. I'm like, if you're not going to give us that with Zhou Zishu and WeiNing right now, then I'll take this. I mean, like, WeiNing has waited for so long to get affection from her, and for her to finally just like the floodgates open and it just pours out of her. And I love how his hands are kind of shaking as he puts them around her. Oh my God. Y'all, this is hard. You know how hard this is? You want to know how hard this is? I have suffered for 30 weeks now without being able to look up fan fiction for this series. I've had to suffer fan fictionless for this series, and it has been killing me. I have been wanting to read fan fiction about WeiNing and about Zhang, and I get to this moment in this episode, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to wait like 3 to 4 more months before I can look any up. At least for like another 2 months. I'm like, so the struggle is real for Romania, y'all. The struggle is real. I love this. He's like, I trust you. And I told you I would believe you. You have to tell me. You just have to tell me. This point in their relationship is so good. Like, they finally get to this moment. And they're just like, oh, it's so perfect. He's like, just talk to me and tell me what's going on. I love it. I have a blanket in my lap now. And my dog is like curled up in the blanket like a tiny little burrito. I can't even see their face. But yeah, that's just, it's so good. He's like, you just have to tell me. And then he tells her not to cry. And she's like, okay. She's like, I'll tell you everything you want to know. So she sits down, and I'm actually surprised because I thought that what they would do would be to give us, you know, just a moment where she's like, let me tell you what happened from the beginning. And then we'd fade to black and instantly go to another scene. But she actually prefaces a lot in this. And we learn a little bit more about her own origin. We learn that he took her in. And she's like, I grew up in the Ghost Valley. And this little moment where she's like, let me tell you first about me growing up in the Ghost Valley. And he's like, okay. And him just like wiping away her tears, she talks. Zhao WeiNing is too precious. He is too perfect. I'm sorry. He's just too good. I love him. And she's like, okay, sorry, I was crying. She's like, from ever since I can remember, I was in the Ghost Valley. And she said, my master was just a young boy then. So yeah, not much older than her. And he was by the old valley chief's side. I was a baby that he fished up from the river. And that's why he named me Zhang. And then only after growing up did I realize that, oh, he had kidnapped a group of children to help him master demon arts. So he basically like kidnapped her as a baby along with other kids to basically be like guinea pigs so he could like practice his demon arts on them. And all of the others died except him. And WeiNing begged to have her. And so she was gifted to him like an object. That is insane. That is crazy. The fact that she's the only one that lived and WeiNing begged to have her like by his side. Oh my gosh. And people in the Ghost Valley learn to kill as soon as they learn to walk. But my master said there's a place called the mortal world. And his goal was to get me back to that world since I'd gone to the Ghost Valley on accident. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. And then we go back to episode 1. So back in episode 1, where he was obscured and we could not see WeiNing walking around, we get the part where the changing ghost picks up the crown. And except the thing that's interesting is that in the following years, the master killed all of the original top 10 devils. So we get that moment with the changing ghost. And what's interesting is he said he killed the top 10 devils, but the tragic comic ghost and changing ghost were still around. So were they not the top 10 at the time? It's interesting. It's interesting. It feels like kind of a Bleach moment if you've ever watched the Arankar arc in Bleach about numbers changing and the ghost ranks changing. It reminds me of that a lot. But yeah. So, and then we have WeiNing showing up with the old ghost chief. So we've seen that scene before. But then we go back to, it was very weird. We cut from him bringing out the old ghost chief's head and like tossing it at the changing ghost. And we cut to the events of episode 1, back to that. And he said, with Master as leader, I could do anything I wanted in the Ghost Valley and I was happy. And we get to see him in full with he's like, until one day. And we see him with the nuts. His plans were finally complete. He was going to take me to the mortal world. So I'm sure, did he know about Zhou Zishu at that time? Had he found out about him? And that influenced his decision to go over there? Is that true? I don't know. Also, can we talk about how the red eyeliner that WeiNing wears and his hairstyle the way it is, it makes him look like a different person. It makes him look totally different. I love the red eyeliner. I think it looks amazing. I honestly wondered if we were going to get WeiNing in his original, like, red robes, red eyeliner, ghost chief look, and then Zhou Zishu in his original, like, Windows of Heaven look. But with him being tortured, he's not in the Window of Heaven robes anymore. So it's not going to exactly work out. But if we get, like, some kind of callback to episode 1 with both their outfits, I will be pleased. But yeah, and so then we get the whole thing from the beginning. Whichever one of you brings back the glazed armor to me gets to be the next ghost chief. It's so crazy seeing WeiNing with these insane eyes, like his big, wide, evil eyes when he's talking to them, because we're so used now to WeiNing being this softy like he is, that seeing him look insane it feels like such a performance because it kind of is. It's awesome. I love it. I love that we've gone back to episode 1 now. And it feels like we're ramping up to the climax now that we're going back to episode 1 and everything's coming full circle. He's like, but I thought he was going to capture the hanging ghost and take back the glazed armor. And she's like, no, that was only an excuse. He was doing that for revenge. And he's like, well, then after the Jin couple died, was he captured by the Ghost Valley? And she's like, yes. He's like, oh, well, no wonder he was melancholy when he saw Shin Shin. I'm like, good, WeiNing remembers. It's like, mm-hmm. What they don't realize is that Zhou Zishu figured all of this out, or at least the part that when Keshing was the ghost chief and was okay with it. They haven't figured that part out yet. So, WeiNing is like, didn't they fear that Brother Wen would take revenge after he grew up? And she talks about the water of oblivion, but he was strong-willed and remembered. And for a second, I thought we were getting a flashback, but no, the red robes and everything was him just in the Four Mountain. Well, is he at the Four Seasons Mountain Villa, or are they somewhere else? I think they're somewhere else. I think they might be somewhere else. I love when he wakes up and Changling helps him. You see the Great Shaman and the Lord Seventh kind of look at each other like, here we go. I officially shipped them so hard. So hard. The Lord Seventh and the Great Shaman, I'm shipping them so hard. I love them already. Mm-hmm. He's like, who the hell are you all? And so he's like, yeah, I am Jing Beiyan. I am the 7th of my line. And I want to be like, I was poisoned by Prince Jin. I'm Lord 7th. But apparently Zhou Zishu helped him. Yeah, and he's like, and this is the Great Shaman of Nanjiang. And he's like, sup. He's like, sup, knocked you over the head. Hope you're cool with that. Love it. And when Keshing's like, oh, hey, well, thank you guys for coming all this way for my brother, for my soulmate and everything. And he's like, yeah, about that. No, you don't have to be so polite. Mm-hmm. He's like, I owe Zishu my life. All of these men macking up and owing Zhao Zishu everything when Keshing's like, how many of you are at his doorstep? Is there a line? I'm surprised Zhao Jing at this point hasn't gotten up on Zhou Zishu, because every guy here is just like, we all love Zhou Zishu. And he's like, you've been unconscious for many days. I'm a little bit worried about that, because the timelines, I'm like, what do the timelines look like? Are we looking at, like, I was hoping by the end of this episode, we would see when Keshing and them barging in to save Zhou Zishu, but that didn't happen. So I'm like, how long has passed? We don't exactly know the timeline of everything, because we have 3 different storylines happening at once in this episode, but we don't know if the timelines, if everything's happening at the same time, or if the stuff with Guzhong has happened before the stuff with Zhou Zishu, or if it's happening at the same time, or if when Keshing stuff's happening way in the past. The fact that we don't know if all these things are happening at the same time, or if there's a difference, is maddening. And I'm waiting to see what we're going to get in the next episode. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait for the comments. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. He's like, I'm afraid Lord Zhou has already been brought to Jinzhou. Okay. So he's there now. And when Keshing's like, what do you mean he's been kidnapped? The window of heaven's security is high. For this trip, he's like, far water cannot save many fires. We only brought a few personal guards. So basically the Great Shaman's like, look, we came with a short staff because, we had to get here in a hurry to help your friend, and now your friend's been kidnapped, so we don't have a lot of guards, like, storming in past the window of heaven's security to rescue your soulmate is not going to be real easy. But he's like, I guess we could. And when Keshing's like, what happened? Where'd he go? If when Keshing finds out that his soulmate has these giant piercings through his chest, like the Dragon Pool cabinet, like, Zhufang, then he's gonna flip. I don't want Zhou Zishu to die. I don't think he will, but I'm really nervous. I'm like, his health is not the greatest right now. I'm genuinely concerned he'll die. I don't know. I've never been worried in a Donmai about the main character dying. I've never been worried about it, but this episode made me a little worried about it. I was like, ooh, I don't know. So can we talk about Prince Jin? Can we talk about this whole scene? I feel, and this is just my personal opinion, I feel like they stretched this scene out really far to fit this episode. They really drug it out. Not that it was bad. I liked this scene a lot. It it felt like it took up a giant portion of the episode, and in all honesty, not a lot happened. There was just the exchange. It was really good. I loved it, but I felt like if they had picked up the pace a little bit, they would have gotten further in this episode. It felt like it was drug out to serve a purpose, to fulfill what they needed to for this episode, but it was so good. The sexual innuendo of him bending the sword. And I'm like, quit messing with Zhou Zishu's sword, please. It's not yours. Prince Jin has always struck me as slimy, and he proves it in this episode. He is literally him and Zhao Jing. I honestly, if him and Zhao Jing would just go hate fuck somewhere and leave Scorpion King and Zhou Zishu and everybody else alone, that'd be great. Can you do that? Can y'all go do that? Because Prince Jin and Zhao Jing are made for one another. They are so insecure. They are so power hungry. They are so desperate for approval and recognition. And they are so greedy. And they are not afraid to try to toxically manipulate younger men that they want to abuse and have served them around them. They're made for each other. The shades of Zhao Jing and Prince Jin was just absolutely unreal. Unreal. But yeah, so they bring in Zhou Zishu, and I swear, like, honestly, it felt like whenever, like, the bad guy kidnaps the princess and he makes her get all dolled up to, like, go be with him, and he's like, you're going to be by my side. And it felt like that. It felt like that trope. And I was like, they got Zhou Zishu done up like he was in the window of heaven again, and then they tried to give him, like, the sedative and the muscle relaxants, which he's like, joke's on you bitches, I haven't been able to smell in a long time or taste any of this fancy ass wine. God, it was such a good scene. I loved it. But yeah, they made him like walk up there, and he's like, wow, thanks. Yeah, I just felt like the bringing him to Prince Jin was a little drawn out, but I did appreciate the callback to episode 1. I thought the callback to him walking to see Prince Jin from the windows of heaven was really, really good. Only now he's a prisoner. Instead of leaving, he's forced to stay there. It was so good. It was so good. Also, him doing that secret technique on Prince Jin to like make him sick and like destroy his meridians is kind of like the technique that Wen Kexing's mom used on Zhao Jing. So I can see why Wen Kexing would like Zhao Jing. Reason number 578, right? It's so insulting to see the guy playing Prince Jin, like, just wiping off his sword in front of Zhou Zishu. Like, it's so insulting. He's like, please give me my sword back. Thank you very much. Yeah, Pengzhu is just such a lackey at this point, and he's told to leave them all there. Ugh. Zhou Zishu cannot help but look absolutely handsome. Now, when Prince Jin asks him to come closer to him, I thought that Zhou Zishu was, 1, can't hear him because his hearing's gone, and 2, being like, bitch, I'm not coming to you because you burned my house down. You threatened the people I cared about. No, we're done. We're done. Oh, I love how I feel bad for Zhou Zishu because he trusted Jin, and this man has literally betrayed him. And he's trying to like come across as if he's an ally. He's like, there's no need to keep past persons or swords. So he cuts him loose, and he's like, this should return to the owner's side. And he looks up at him. He's kind of smarmy. I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to compare him to Zhao Jing. They're both slimy. They're both toxic. They both are greedy. They're both ambitious. I feel like there's a slime to Zhao Jing, and there's a smarm to Prince Jin. There's little subtle differences between slime and smarm. Little subtle differences. I feel like maybe Zhao Jing is more calculated and reserved. Yeah, okay, so Zhao Jing is much more calculated and reserved. He very much is a play it safe kind of guy that's like, I'm going to play everything safe and keep all my cards open so that I can play them whenever I want and however I want, so I don't want to lose any opportunities. Whereas Prince Jin seems more arrogant and like, oh, well, I have authority, so I'll just do what I want. And I'll do this thing if I want to right now, and, you know, consequences be damned sort of scenario. So they both are trying to manipulate and be toxic, But I think that Zhao Jing's a little bit smarter about it. Or thought he was, but after this episode, I'm like, you in danger, girl. So yeah, he's like, I prepared some good wine for you. I like the prospect that they have to sit across from each other with the aisle in between them. Love it. So he gets the chisel and breaks open this ancient bottle of wine that's literally got dust on the bottle. And you could just tell Zhou Zishu was like, one, I did appreciate that the Qinglong courtyard wine, he was pouring it straight from the vase because I was worried it was going to be laced with like a sedative or a drug. I was worried about that. But the fact that Zhou Zishu watched him pour it, it's like you knew he wasn't lacing it with anything. But also the whole time he was pouring, I'm like, Zhou Zishu's probably thinking, I can't taste that. That wine's going to taste like shit to me. It's not going to matter. But yeah. So he pours it. And then, man, the Wolong nut ad in this scene, these poor nuts funding the entire moment after 10 years. So they talk about being in the courtyard and all of us being together with the jug of wine and drinking it. Again, there's such a callback and parallel to the Five Lakes Alliance, because you had Zhao Jing that was like, we all five were together, and then Zhao Jing's basically orchestrated them all to die, except for Shin Shin, who's kicked out of the group. He's off doing his own thing. And here you literally have the same thing. You have Prince Jin and Zhou Zishu are the only two left, whereas with the other group, it's Shin Shin and Zhao Jing. And both of them were kind of sent away. And then Zhou Zishu's like, yeah. So he says, the same people, huh? And he says, are there any of them now? And I like Prince Jin's just like, you gonna bring that up? Like, it's just like, he seems so like just unamused that Zhou Zishu would get into technicalities like facts. Because then he says, young Jing is left for the border. So he's gone. And then he said that Qinglong committed suicide, which adds a little bit of like kind of gross disgustingness to this. Because he's like, oh, Qinglong committed suicide, but you went and raided his courtyard for his wine. Tacky. And then he says that Lord Seventh was poisoned by you, and Zhu Zhao died in the battle at Lu City. Okay, so there's 6 of them altogether, not 5. But still, it's kind of a similar situation. He's like, I really don't want to drink wine with somebody who's being so like disrespectful to the dead. Ugh. And so he's like, talks about, well, he's like, oh, don't you remember Zhu Zhao played his flute, Bayan played his guqin, and, you know, you were playing the banjo, we had the band together. I'm like, dude, did you listen to what Zhou Zishu just told you? Like, that doesn't mean anything. Ugh. And he's like, when I look behind me, you are standing by my side. There's something like eerily sexual about that whole thing. It very much reads like Zhao Jing, where he's like, I just imagined you by my side and we were together, and don't you want that? And Zhou Zishu's like, gross, no. He's like, I have Wen Keshing now, no. And you're like way older, no thank you. It's really creepy. Our friends have fallen and only the 2 of us remain. And for us, I don't want to think about anymore. He's like, I need your help. And he's like, let's just wipe the slate clean. And he's like, you burnt my house down. Are you crazy? But, so he takes the wine, and of course, Zhou Zishu cannot drink. He can't taste it. So he's just like, and it just broke my heart. Zhou Zishu broke my heart this episode, because when his like lip is quivering, because he's thinking of all his friends that have died, and this man in front of him is just like, the fact that Prince Jin didn't care about Han Ying, about any of them. They were all expendable to him. He just wanted Zhou Zishu because, as Billy Squire would say, everybody wants you. Like, he was so lusting over Zhou Zishu. He didn't give a shit about anybody else's life. And Zhou Zishu's like, hi, if you loved me, you would know that means so much to me. And I cared so much about those people. And most of them died, like, with me feeling responsible, and you're just over here like, well, who cares about them? Let's start over. Like, you can just feel the heartbreak in his voice as he's just sitting there saying good wine, and then he pours it over the table like it's a memorial tablet. Oh. And you know, Prince Jin like gets onto him being like, oh, you're spilling good wine. But he's just like, why do I deserve to drink it? He's like, all of my comrades have died. Oh, I love this scene. I love everything about Zhou Zishu in this scene. He's like, I used to believe it was fine that you died. But he's like, no, I wanted you back. I was clearly ecstatic at the time you came here. And he's like, there's nothing to be done to the nails of 7 orifices in 3 autumns. I think it's interesting we have the 7th Lord. I don't know if there's any connection to that being the Lord's 7th, what we're going to do with that. But he says there are 7 nails, and every 3 months I would insert one. So he's done that to 6 nails over 18 months. So he still has the last one, right? Isn't that what he said? He said, that way I could gradually get used to the excruciating pain of breaking tendons and veins. Even if I finish with the last nail right now. So, okay, he has not finished with the last nail. So the last nail's not in him. So technically, he might be able to undo things, right? Maybe, we hope, possibly. I'm worried about him. I'm so worried about him. And he's like, I really, my martial arts would remain to some degree. And he's like, to let yourself be in pain for that long. And he's like, why, if you wanted to betray me? Why not? You could have silently left my range of control. And I think that's why Zhou Zishu gets mad. He's like, this isn't about leaving you. This is about the fact that I caused my fellow comrades to suffer. And how could I not suffer alongside them the same way? What justice would be that? And he tries to mock him, talking about the window of heaven. It's like, ugh. He's like, why are you torturing yourself like that? And yeah, when Zhou Zishu throws the cup and talks about Zhu Zhao's death not being an accident and just being like, well, he would have died anyway. Oh my gosh. Everything he says to Zhou Zishu is not what you should say to Zhou Zishu. It clearly shows that Prince Jin has no consideration of him or his cares. Ugh. And he just tries to be toxic and throw it back. The thing about it is, the big difference is when Zhao Jing is toxic to the Scorpion King, it worked all those times because the Scorpion King loved him. And the problem of now is, I think Zhao Jing always had a sense of owing a debt to Prince Jin because of his dad. And because of his master. And I think that he felt kind of a sense of friendship with Prince Jin. So that's why he worked so closely with him and felt that he could. But I don't think there was ever any love that he had for Prince Jin like he has for Wing Keshing. So if you don't love someone and they're trying to manipulate you, it doesn't really work. So it doesn't exactly work in your favor. And Zhou Zishu is not swooning like the Scorpion King was. He's like, what about... Now, Prince Jin maybe had a shot of getting Zhou Zishu to cooperate with him. But the moment that he talked ill of Han Ying, I was like, that's done. I was like, you just signed your death warrant at that point. And he's like, who the hell is he? A lowly orphan slave. Han Ying literally gave his life for Zhou Zishu and would have followed him to the death. And then Prince Jin just talks shit about him. And I'm like, you in danger, girl. Because Zhou Zishu, that is not what you say to him about somebody that he cares about. Oh, and he basically just throws it in Zhou Zishu's face that he used Han Ying to get to him. And he's like, well, who cares? All the people that you were working with the 4 seasons, they're all gone too. Did they die for your ambitions? They sacrificed their bodies for the greater good. And Zhou Zishu's like, well, did they die for the greater good or for your ambitions? And then boom, there went the damn table. I love that even in the dramatic moment of flipping the table, you see the Wulong nuts. They look so perfect. And you're just like, damn, why'd you let them nuts fall on the floor? Also, them cakes looked really good too. I know Zhou Zishu can't eat the food. I know it was symbolic. I know Prince Jin's food did not deserve to be eaten, but damn, that all looked kind of good. Anyway, so that's when things go off the rails. And he's like, that was such good wine, but you ruined it. Yeah. He's like, you could die if you use too much force from the muscle relaxants. He's like, I destroyed the 4 mountain seasons originally to give you a chance. Your home is here. Again, that toxicity, trying to manipulate our boy. No. Oh, he's so awful. No. After all we've been through getting Zhou Zishu and Wing Keshing together, leave him alone. I wanted to free Zhou Zishu so badly. And then when they face each other, he's like, takes his sword back. I was like, I did not know if Zhou Zishu was going to kill Prince Jin or not. I was like, is he going to slice his throat? A part of me was like, would he? And I wondered if he would at the time. I thought that there was a chance he might. I was like, oh my God. But it's not what we get. It's not what we get. It's insane. It's crazy. Don't even think about leaving here alive. Oh, oh my gosh. I loved this whole showdown scene. Like the actors between Prince Jin and Zhou Zishu were so freaking good. And so he's like, if I lose my life here, I want you to burn and bury everyone alongside the window of heaven. And Zhou Zishu's like, really? That's what you're going to threat? He's like, most of them are dead, my friend. It's like, how could I leave you just like that? He's like, your muscle relaxant did nothing to me. He's like, I've lost my senses pretty much. But there's probably thousands of ways to kill you. I love that he uses his own clan's technique on him. It's great. And then Prince Jin tries to say, he's like, well, I was doing everything to help you because after Zhao died, you just got depressed. And I'm like, I was like, well, yeah, because he loved him. Oh my God. Like the audacity of these authority figures is shocking. And then he's like, Your Highness, you tricked me and you used me and you tried to kill me. I don't care anymore. I have already become the center of the 4 seasons, and I refuse to be the center of the world. I love that it's over this sign that says moral purity. I don't know what the one character is that they've painted over. I don't know if that's intentional or what that is, or if they're just reusing a sign. I don't know. But yeah, he's like, it seems like we met for nothing. Oh my God. And then we said, since when were you a Bohitstava? It's like, what's crazy about that is he's kind of throwing that in Zhou Zishu's face, but that's also what WeiNing has called him. So I'm like, it almost feels like he's insulting WeiNing as he's talking. And he's like, enough. Yeah, he's like, only WeiNing gets to call me that. And he grabs the sword saying, go ahead and kill me. Go ahead. And there'll be a successor to still fulfill my wishes. Oh, that snarl. Oh, Jaehan is so freaking good. Zhou Zishu's actor, Xiang, is like insanely good. He's so good in this episode. I was just like, I could not take my eyes off of him. Like, I've always been advocating for Gong Jun, like I said in the intro, but these last few episodes, I cannot take my eyes off of Zhao Zishu because he's just come full circle. And it's so impressive to see because in episode 1, he was so depressed and sad and dejected and just had no he had so much self-loathing and no self-confidence in himself. And then he was the beggar and it was the same way. But we have watched him. I know Be Happy has talked about it in the comments. Like, he's emerged like a butterfly from the chrysalis. Like, he has slowly emerged as this fully bloomed individual. And it's because of his love with WeiNing that's allowed this to happen. And now to see him so confident being like, well, actually, bitch. And then, I'm just like, but the fact that he's ready to die, I'm like, no. Did you not remember WeiNing? Like, do not die. WeiNing will not be happy about that. But yeah. And instead he pushes him away. And, like, gets right in his heart and swats him. God, that moment where he gets surrounded by all of the spears, so epic. I love it. And he's like, He's like, don't kill him. Zhou Zishu looks so damn good in that scene. Oh, I love it. Anyway, so they're all wondering what's happening outside. And they're like, do you smell something? And then, you know, I like that Guzhang tells WeiNing, she's like, when we first came to this cave, she's like, I thought if we died here and you never knew about my past, it wouldn't be such a bad thing. But she's like, glad we're over that. So meanwhile, I thought there'd be the drug men outside and all that. But what are we doing? Instead, Malicious is like, well, let's have a barbecue. And lure them out with the power of pork roast. Look, if I'd been stuck in that cave with nothing to eat for a few days, and I smelled a barbecue, I'd probably come out too. I probably would come out too. I'd give her points for creativity. I've never seen them try to lure people out. And she's like, fan the pork roast. Fan the pork roast into the cave. Oh my God, it's absolutely insane. Also, what's insane is the fact that they just bring this portable throne. This portable throne for the Scorpion King. I kind of live for it. I kind of love it. If I had a throne like that, I would take it to all locations, if I'm being quite frank. Because it showed up in the Flash. It showed up back in the earlier episode where the Scorpion King first met when Xiang and Zhou Zishu. I'm pretty sure that it first showed up there. I'm like, if I had a throne like that, I would have it carried around everywhere. But then the Changing Ghost subordinate is like, oh, hey, bad news. WeiNing is back. And he brought someone. Now, the Changing Ghost subordinate does not know what Zhao Jing looks like, apparently. And he's like, did he bring the Emperor in heaven or your father? What could be bad enough to make you into such a coward? I also love that Malicious is just sitting there with her scorpion tattoo, looking over like her full leg on display to the Alluring Ghost, being like, are you tempted? Are you tempted by me? And the Alluring Ghost is like, no, I like this one guy. I love it. Freaking love it. Mm-hmm. And so then we see who it is. It's WeiNing. And there he is. And then he looks around being like, what the hell? Why are we having a luau in front of this cave where my subordinates are cornered? What the fudge is all this? There's like pigs and chickens on a spigot. He's like, where are my disciples? And then Zhao Jing shows up. Like, my jaw was on the floor. Because immediately, when Zhao Jing shows up, Scorpion King changes immediately. Changes his tune instantly. And I'm like, what did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? The Scorpion King goes off and does this thing that Zhao Jing specifically told him not to do. And then he's like, oh, you showed up. Hope you're okay with this. Like, it was madness and chaos. And man, Zhao Jing looks pissed. He is so pissed. And just smacks the bejesus out of him. Like, at that point, there's just no, you knew what was going to happen. I'm like, did you not think that was going to happen? When the Scorpion King looks back at him like, how dare you? I'm like, you knew this was going to happen. He told you not to do this. What did you think he was going to respond with? Oh. And the fact that, I think the one thing that really gets the Scorpion King in this moment is that he's never seen Zhao Jing in public, like, just outright disown him. Like, outright deny his existence in public. But now, where Mo has the glazed armor, which is what Zhao Jing wants, Zhao Jing is very much willing to sacrifice the Scorpion King and betray him because the Scorpion King is preventing him from getting what he wants. And what he wants is power and the glazed armor, and that to him is more important than his relationship with the Scorpion King. Which, I feel, in my mind, is the last nail in the coffin for the Scorpion King to be like, oh, yep, tragic comic ghost, you were right. He doesn't give a shit about me. It's just, ooh, it's rough. He's like, are you all deaf? And meanwhile, here's the tragic comic ghost, like, ally Alluring Ghost standing right here watching this all go down. And you know she's going to tell the tragic comic ghost and be like, here's what happened. So, this is wild. But yeah, they all go in. I'm glad that he at least gets to see Master Fan and hopefully get him some help. And meanwhile, Guzhong is like against the wall in the back of the cave like, hey, you come over here because if that one assassin sees us, she might recognize us and we probably don't need that to happen. Right? We don't need that to happen. So anyway, Master Mo is pissed at the Scorpion King for doing this to his sect. And he's like, you gonna like tell your son to like get out, or how are you gonna punish him? And Zhao Jing just looking so cold and just done with the Scorpion King and having to put on this face in front of WeiNing. I mean, his true colors are definitely revealed in this. Okay, I realized who WeiNing looks like. I have been stewing on it this whole time. I'm like, who does he kind of look like? He has, you all are going to think I'm crazy, but the way that his like face shape, like his jaw and his like cheek and mouth are, they remind me of Willem Dafoe a little bit, a tiny bit. Like everything from the nose up, no. But the face, like the mouth and the face structure, it feels like it. Or maybe like if Willem Dafoe and Josh Brolin were together, I don't know. it seemed familiar. But yeah, the Scorpion King finds this all hilarious. Because he's like, really? He's like, you're going to get mad at me if my lord does not betray me. I will not betray my lord. I finally understand today. I'm like, it took you long enough. It took you long enough. How many times Zhao Jing gotta be shady and toxic for you to finally put it together, my dude? But in the Scorpion King's defense, he was in love with Zhao Jing, and it took being betrayed by them to this degree. This is not the way I expected it, though. I thought that because Zhao Jing was like all up on that one guy earlier in the series that was the kid that beat up Changling, who has disappeared from the plot altogether. I thought that the Scorpion King was going to be shown that Zhao Jing was a scumbag by him cheating on him with another man. But I did not expect that this was the way he was going to finally be like, I see what's going on. Yeah. Oh. And, Zhao Jing is terrifying. And then Dupuis is like, hey, how about we save that for later? Oh, the way he looks at him, I'm like, oh. And we've seen all this with Zhao Jing. He's such a master manipulator. He also has the douchey pop collar. Just going to point that out. I'm like, oh my God. And then Scorpion King just looking at him so coldly. He's like, can you guys settle your affairs at home? Oh my God. I was floored by all of this. Did you hear his words? Tell your disgusting monsters to disappear immediately, and then I'll get even with you. The Scorpion King with his huge puppy dog eyes that are just so fierce. And I feel like him calling him barbarian is a little bit prejudiced. I'm just pointing out. I think it's pretty obvious. But I'm like, in front of him in public, like behind closed doors, he tells him all these sweet nothings. And then in public, he tells him to get lost. And the way that the Scorpion King just goes, the way he just like slowly raises his eyes and squints them a little bit as he smiles, I was like, oh, Zhao Jing, you in danger, girl. Oh, it's going to get crazy from here. I'm like, that's probably one of my favorite looks he's had so far. And I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. So yeah, fun times. And he just smiles. Like, his smile could cure depression. I'm just saying. The Scorpion King has the sweetest little smile. I'm also heavily jealous of his makeup routine. And Zhao Jing's like, what? Did I stutter? This is insane. So yeah. And then WeiNing's like, what's going on? She's like, let's get out of here. Meanwhile, we cut to just Mo and Zhao Jing. And they talk about how Mo has the glazed armor. And he's like, I'll give you the glazed armor if you basically kill the Scorpion King and take care of him. Here's the thing. I think that the Scorpion King has finally figured out that I can't trust Zhao Jing and I need to get away from him. And I think he figured it out at the appropriate time because Zhao Jing has made a deal that he'll kill the Scorpion King to get the glazed armor. If you value the agreement, you'll know what I mean. Now, to Zhao Jing's credit, he doesn't immediately want to kill the Scorpion King because he knows how valuable he is. And you don't want to sacrifice a pawn if you don't need to. And he's like, well, I always kept my promises. And he's like, I'll pay you back double. And he's like, well, you kind of screwed the pooch today. So he's like, you stood on the same side as the Scorpion King in the Ghost Valley. If you're going to try and make this work for me, you got to get rid of him. Or I'm not giving you any of the glazed armor. So Master Mo has made an agreement with Zhao Jing behind the scenes, which is problematic. Zhao Jing seems like he's like, okay, I guess I'll kill the guy I like, supposedly, allegedly. And I think Scorpion King's already like, nope, too late. I've already figured you out. And then we cut to Zhou Zishu at the window of heaven where he's getting tortured by Pengzhu. We've come full circle. I do not like seeing these spikes through him. I don't like seeing it at all. I don't like seeing him with a messy hair bun. No. If Wen Keqing saw him like this, Wen Keqing would separate Ping Zhu's head from his shoulders. Just like, And Jishu's like, look, I don't care if I die. And I'm like, you should. Your soulmate would like you to care if you died. And he's like, what did you do to your highness? And so then Peng Shu's like, wants to know what's happened. He's like, you pay his kindness back with hatred. And Zhou Zishu's like, are you serious? He says his internal wounds are my sect's unique secret arts. The freezing aroma palm. Like, poor Zhou Zishu, he's got like the sweat coming on his forehead. He looks like he ain't slept. He looks close to death. I'm like, please don't die. No. After you're hit, your heart meridians are seriously damaged. And you'll be sickly the rest of your life. Only my sex martial arts can treat it. But we only have one successor in the world. Guess who that is? The person you're killing right now. And so I feel like he's kept himself alive. Again, he did the exact same thing that when Keqing's mom did to Zhao Jing. He was like, hey, I've, potentially crippled your leader. So if you want him to stay alive, you got to keep me alive. But here I am chained up to this. So I don't know how long that's going to be. Oh, well, YOLO, not my problem. Oh my gosh. I feel like he's trying to keep himself alive just long enough for Wen Keqing and them to get there. He's like, under what terms would you heal the prince's injuries? And he's like, heal the prince's injuries? You think I'm going to do that? Whenever Zhou Zishu laughs out of hopelessness, it's insanely good, but I'm just like, at the same time, I hate it so much, it breaks my heart into 1,000 pieces. And he's like, well, you can't possibly believe that I only hit him once because I was soft-hearted right at that moment. Oh, you followed me for so many years, and you still don't know anything about me. I can't believe how full circle we've come with this. It is absolutely insane. We're back to square one. It's all coming together, and we have like 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. We have 7 episodes left. But yeah, and then Ping Zhu grabbing a hold of there. Oh my god. And I love these, like, if you aren't willing to heal him, there's plenty of miracle healers in the world. And Zhou Zishu's like, yeah, no, tell me about it. I got like 2 back at my house waiting to come get me. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, Zhou Zishu's like, I do not care. Ugh. That smile. I love Zhou Zishu's smiles so much, but I'm also like, I hate that he is being tortured to death at the same time he's doing it. I hate it so much. He's like, even if I risk going against my ruler's wishes, I will have the prince cut you into 1,000 pieces and give you the death of agony. And he's like, wow, you really are scaring me, but I'm already dying. Go ahead and kill me. He's like, go ahead and do it. The prince it'll be like killing him. I'll go on my way first and wait for him in the netherworld. It makes me so sad. No, I want them to rescue him. I need Wen Keqing and the shaman and them to come and rescue him. Please and thank you. I do not want to see Zhou Zishu tied up like this. I hate it. I hate it so much. Nope, done with this. I need episode 31. So fast. So at this point, I don't know if Guzhong and WeiNing are planning what they're going to do after they get out of this situation. I don't know what they're planning. It feels like Guzhong was trying to get WeiNing to commit to something. I don't know what that is, though. And then Zhou Zishu is being held captive. He could be dying. I really need Wen Keqing and Changling and the Great Shaman and Lord Seventh to get there and help him, but I don't know how that's going to work. And then meanwhile, what is the Scorpion King going to do? What is Zhao Jing going to do? How are we getting to the Ghost Valley? How is this all coming together? We have 7 episodes to find out, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait. I probably will because I have so many shows that I'm doing on my channel. I'll probably end up waiting until I know my dogs. I'll probably end up waiting until I get the comments for episode 29. and 28, but y'all, this episode was crazy, and I cannot wait to see what's going to happen now. So I've practically talked an hour about this episode. So in any case, my dogs are being silly. I'm going to go play with them, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I guess we'll find out what's going to happen with Zhou Zishu and everybody else on the next episode of Word of Honor. And I'll see you there. Bye.